A reading from the Acts of the Apostles. Acts chapter 7, verse 30 through 36. 40 years later, an angel appeared to him in the desert near Mount Sinai, in the flame of a burning bush. When Moses saw it, he was amazed at the sight, and as he drew near to look at it, the voice of the Lord came, "I am the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob." Then Moses, trembling, did not dare to look at it. But the Lord said to him, "Remove the sandals from your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. I have witnessed the affliction of my people in Egypt, and have heard their groaning, and I have come down to rescue them. Come now, I will send you to Egypt." This Moses, whom they had rejected with the words, "Who appointed you ruler and judge?" God sent as both ruler and deliverer, through the angel who appeared to him in the bush. This man led them out, performing wonders and signs in the land of Egypt, at the Red Sea, and in the desert for 40 years. Here we hear what I believe is a speech of Peter, though it could also be a speech of Paul. But we hear him talking about Moses and the burning bush. So the presence of God came upon this bush, this little tree, and though the tree was full of fire, the tree did not burn. The burning bush has always been a symbol, a prototype of Mary, who, like this little tree, was full of the fire of God. She was full of divinity, and yet she did not burn. Fire is so often seen, at least in the ancient world, as something divine, something otherworldly. A little tree, a little bush, is seen as something small, as something not even worthy of throwing into the fire because of how quickly it would burn. And yet Mary, a young child, full of grace, was able to contain within her the God who cannot be contained in the whole universe. This is done only through the power of God. This is done only through the mercy of God. And just as God has chosen to dwell within Mary and not consume her in the fire of his greatness, in the fire of his love, so he seeks to live in each of us, to fill each of us, like we see at the apostles, with tongues of fire descending upon their heads. That we will become incarnations, as it were, of God. That we will become God in the world because God is in us. And in this way, Mary is seen so often as the model for Christians. Mary is seen as the first Christian, as the first one to accept the fulfillment and the promise of God, as the first one to say yes to God, as the first one to accept Jesus Christ into herself. So we can have confidence in the intercession, in the prayers of Mary. We can have confidence not only that she will pray for us, but also that she will teach us how to pray. That she will teach us how to live, how to love and how to say yes to God. Let us never cease to ask for her prayers and her help, that she may direct us to her Son.